Hello, YouTube. How is everybody today? Hope the start of your week is going well. Anyhow, today is Monday, so I'm here for a segment on my channel I like to call Mandala Monday. And last week when I showed you this blanket that I'm currently working on, I realized, oh, I made a mistake. Something's not adding up. And then I realized I had to tear it back a few rounds because I'll say the one side I didn't count how many baubles or whatever I had. And it was just like, if I'm ripping it back this far, you know what? I'm going to rip the blue completely out. So I did finish the pink one. And here it is. I decided to take the blue off. It wasn't, working with the pink and gray. So this one is complete. And here's the back. And all my ends are all sewn in and everything. So yeah, I called it done. Like, it's not very big, but you know what? I'm thinking this one's just going to go for like a wall hanger type idea. If I ever get like a craft room set up, which hopefully someday that happens. Gotta still remember to take a picture. So anyways, I thought, okay, with the blue denim color, I thought let's make a second blanket because I only got one cake of it as well. And I went looking and I tried a couple, and I don't know, the darker blue is really hard to see your stitches early on in the pattern that I've tried. Like the one, it was so bad that, like, very dark, and then I couldn't rip it back out afterwards. Like, I was having a hard time with it, so I just ripped it completely. Thought, okay, garbage. It's only a small amount, no big deal. So then I went looking, and I found a blanket from Mikey over the Crochet Crowd, and he calls it something another textured blanket, I believe, but it's still a mandala. Now I'm only on finish round 8, I think it is, and I must say 1 through 5 would make for a beautiful pattern for just coasters and simple. So I may still be beginning of that for coasters at a later date. But here I am currently on the new blanket. I'm trying to make it so you guys can kind of see the texture and the stitches and the color. But I'm liking it. It's very soft. And it's a good size already, like probably about 4 inches wide already of a square, I would put, maybe. Yeah, about 4 inches. And I'm making sure as I do each side, I'm counting my stitches as I go. Because I thought, I'm not ripping this all out again if I have to. It's just this Yarn Bee yarn. Beautiful yarn. Very soft. Squishy. Would love if I had a couple cakes of it of the same color, make a cardigan of it. But to rip it out because of all the fuzzies, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but believe me, it's quite fuzzy. It's not fun. So that's where I'm currently at. I want to get a stitch marker so that I can mark the progress. But I haven't gotten far in it. I'm just going to go until I can't do a round, like a full round. I don't know how far this blanket will go as well. I know I won't get probably the full pattern, but as far as I can, that's one thing about mandalas. You can stop them pretty much anywhere. And if you guys watched my segment for Sophie's Universe, because I did it in the Caron Skinny Cakes, my very last round doing the stitch it called for, I was about 50 stitches short. And I thought, I'm not about to do Caron Skinny Cake for 50 stitches. And I have to do, I think it was a double or half double stitch. I went back to the beginning, and you know what? I just did a round of single stitches, and I ended up with a little ping pong ball size of yarn left over. So that one I was able to do the full amount of rounds. But these ones, nah, like I said, if I'm short a round or two, I am totally fine with that. It doesn't bother me one bit. They're just little blankets I'm making for fun, and it's not like they're being judged and, have to be fully complete. So I am doing a second mandala. I am going to do, hopefully, a mosaic blanket after this one. I just learned how to do it recently, and I made a little bookmark for myself that I thought was kind of cute. And even with just the bookmark, it didn't seem like I wasted a lot of yarn on the ends. And if you do the envelope border, I believe it's called, it will hide those ends pretty well. So after this blue blanket, I do plan on making a mosaic. So if you want to see my journey on that, or even on this mosaic blanket, consider subscribing, turning on all the notifications so you can see when I post something new. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I've got to put a little bit more work into my current top I am making because I'm getting close to the armhole section and I'm excited about this top. So if you want to see how that's coming along, again, hit notifications and come back and keep an eye out. Have a great day, guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.